That right there is my German Shepherd Lobo. He's excited because we have squirrels that live up in the tree. He's always looking for them. It's a beautiful day out. Beautiful Tammy just got home from work.
Hi guys.
Well, we gotta wait for Lobo here to finish relieving himself. Just a moment. Well, now that he's done, I brought him out here. I was going to groom him. People seem to like my other grooming video, so I thought I'd have Tammy help me film it. For brushes, I have a stripper blade, which is the main one I'm going to use. I also have a Furminator. I don't really care for it because it breaks the top coat. And I don't remember what this brush is called here. It doesn't say on it, but I use this to cut out any mats that he might have. I don't have that problem with my other dogs, but with Lobo I do, because his coat is a little longer and he's got a different undercoat than the other dogs. So I'm going to give the phone to Tammy to continue filming and start grooming him. Come here, Lobo. You can see this works pretty good. Now I could use the rake type brush with my dogs, but my dogs don't seem to like it. They don't stand still when I use that type of brush. It can be a little more effective, but if the dog isn't standing still, it isn't. So that's another reason why I prefer this. And I use a light, gentle stroke with it. You don't need to dig in with it. Again, it's got metal teeth on it. It has metal teeth on it, you can see, and so you do want to go gentle. Again, it doesn't bother the dogs at all. And I like to move around as I do it so I don't create like a hot or a raw spot on the dog. They go both ways. Now Lobo is whining because, again, he wants to look for squirrels. That's what he lives for. When they're blowing their coat like this, I have to brush him, multiple times during this couple week period. I try to do it daily. Otherwise, we're just picking it up in the house. Now all this hair I'll leave on the ground for the birds and squirrels. It's spring and nesting season, and so they'll pick all this stuff up and use it for nesting. Now back here where he's got some of this thick stuff, That's where I like to use this one here. I don't like to use it all over him because, again, it cuts a little of the top coat, and I don't like that. But on his back legs here, where he's got some of this thicker stuff, I'll drag it through, and it'll cut through some of this. Get a little mat here. I felt that when I was using the other brush, and so that's why I'm using this now to get it out. You know, sometimes when the undercoat's coming out, it'll mat up a little. My shirt. On the guy's back there. Yep. All right, Lobo.
Something came up, maximum file.
What?
Maximum file.
I'm not understanding you. What?
On your phone.
Oh, it's done?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that just means it's hit 7.5 minutes, and so it's starting a new film file.
Oh, okay.
Because it's shooting in high definition.
Okay.
I thought you said something about Max.
Oh.
Our son's name is Maximus, so when she said maximum file.
Maximum file.
Yeah. I didn't know what she was talking about. Let him stretch his legs for a second. All right, come on. Let's resume. Oh, come here. Come on. Chase that squirrel when we're done. That's Lobo talking to me, telling me he wants to do other things than this. Here. Boy. This side. Those who ask, do these guys shed like this all the time? No, it's just twice a year. He's blowing his winter coat right now, and then at the end of summer he'll do the same thing when his thicker coat will come in. All my dogs, Lobo, Kurgan, and Ulu, and that all look about 10 pounds lighter in the summer without that big heavy undercoat on them. But that's why they're able to, in the winter, withstand the cold on our hikes. You know, they're able to go in the water when it's really cold and that's because they do have such dense undercoats that insulate them, even when they're wet. All right, come on. Now I literally could do this for probably a couple hours and keep getting hair off them. But again, you know, you're using a metal brush on them, and so I like to keep these sessions short. You know, I don't want him to get sore from repeated brushing, so we typically keep it about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll work on him again tomorrow. And I do that every day through this whole period while he's blowing his coat. You know, when you have several dogs with heavy undercoats and they never seem to be blowing them at the same time, so it seems like as soon as one of them is done, another one starts. I get a pretty good workout after a while brushing them throughout the year. So again, this kind of bus is called a stripper blade. I really like these. They work great with short and long-haired dogs. This is a single edge version. Some of them will have a longer tooth one on the other side too. I used to have one of those, but a puppy I had got a hold of it and chewed it up, so I have to replace it. I can't remember what this brush is called, but let's go in the light here, Tim. If you look at it, it's got little blades here, and this is a wider version, and then this one is narrower. And this works good for cutting mats out of the dog. You know, you don't want to brush the dog all over, but it cuts mats out because the little hooks are rounded and they don't have a sharp thing. They don't get cut from it at all. It's just the inside of the curve that has the blade. And that's good for removing mats. This is the Furminator. I think this is much better on short-haired dogs than long. I find with my dogs it just breaks and cuts their top coat, which I don't want. I just want to remove the undercoat during this time. Here, Lobo. So that's my buddy Lobo getting groomed for the day. I hope everybody's doing good on lockdown or restricted movements, whatever you have going on in your country or area. Stay safe. Bye for me and my homie, Mr. Lobo. And of course, the beautiful Tammy.
Bye, guys.
See you, buddy. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. There he is, looking good, all groomed. See if we get one more shot of him up there. Lobo! Up! No, come on, sit. You looking good? Good boy, all right. You're good. Thanks, that's all. Bye.